Have you ever gone on a diet, lost weight, only to gain it back? Are you frustrated with diet culture? If so, you are in the right place. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Neily with Neily on Nutrition, registered dietitian, nutritionist, and certified health coach, helping women develop a healthy relationship with food so that they have the freedom and energy to enjoy life. In a recent video, I discussed the history of dieting and some of the crazier diets that people have gone on. And in another video, I'll focus on what I do recommend. If you don't want to miss any of those upcoming videos, make sure to hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon so you can get notified of my future videos. In this video, I'm going to talk about what a fad diet is and why they're so appealing, and also why diet culture has a tendency to draw in so many people. What is a fad diet? A fad diet is something that's popular for a period of time, kind of like fashion goes in and out of popularity. The same with fad diets. Sometimes they come and go, as in the case of like the low-carb diets. Fad diets take many forms and often promise unreasonably fast results. They even can be disguised as wellness. I'm not on a diet, it's my wellness journey. You might not see the way you approach food, restricting certain foods or certain food groups as a diet, but it is. It's a diet. On fad diets, you often do lose weight quickly. Not always, but it definitely is the case, and that's one of the biggest things that appeals to people is that quick weight loss. But they're usually due to the restrictive nature of the type of diet, and they're challenging to follow long term. They're just not sustainable. When weight stalls, when weight loss stalls, or when food boredom sets in, then old habits can have the opportunity to reappear and making it hard to people to stay on that diet. And if you don't follow the diet, you feel like it's your fault, like you're a failure. No, you are not a failure. It is the fault of the diet. Some diets have you focusing and eating certain foods or avoiding certain foods or entire food groups, following certain rules, eat this combination of foods, do this, don't do that. And there are ever-present fad diets promising dramatic results. But fad diets seldom have lasting success. How many people do you know went on a low-carb diet like Atkins? Did they lose weight? Maybe at first they did well, only to eventually gain that weight back. And then they think, well, that worked that one time, I'm going to try it again. So they try it again and they just never can get that magic back. I see this time and time again, like with Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers I wouldn't call a fad, but it's definitely where somebody starts Weight Watchers and can be very successful, and then kind of deter off of the program and then go back to it, and they're just not quite as successful the second, third, fourth time around than they were originally. Fad diets are usually focused on a number on the scale, not for general health and well-being. Fad diets are usually very restrictive, and what it does is it can lead people to feel deprived, have that deprivation. And because of that deprivation, then ultimately it can result in an all-out binge. And that happens time and time again. There are many misleading ads for weight loss products that target consumers that are just desperate for results. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be making a video about the keto hoax and Shark Tank that I did. Wrote a post about. I've gotten so many comments on that blog post. We'll talk about that in another video. But let's face it, when it comes to weight loss, there are no easy answers. Another problem with the diets, the fad diets, is that they may prescribe a way to lose weight, but they do nothing to help people sustain any weight lost. So there's no maintenance program. And that's really where people need help. It's not so much getting the weight off always, but it's in helping to maintain that weight loss. Why are diets so appealing? Oftentimes it's because people are somebody is unhappy and they feel like, well, if they would lose weight, they would be happier. So they embark on some kind of a weight loss program and have this preconceived idea that when I lose weight, I'm going to be happy. Newsflash, it doesn't make you happy. Consider that an issue that you had before weight loss is going to remain an issue afterwards. If finances were an issue, or if you have unfulfilling work that you're doing, or if you have challenges with your family, those issues just don't poof, magically disappear with any weight loss. They're still there. This is the diagram of kind of my journey of diet history, but it's very typical of what can happen. It's called yo-yo dieting or weight cycling. Back in my dieting days, decades ago, my weight would go up and I'd be unhappy. I think weight loss will make me happy. So I'd start on some diet and I might be successful and lose some weight, but the diet was so overly restrictive, I felt deprived. And unfortunately, that deprivation led to an all-out binge, making me feel like a failure. Horrible that once again, I couldn't do it. My weight would go up and the cycle would repeat itself over and over again. Let's talk about diet culture and the diet industry. Here's a secret. The diet industry does not want you to succeed. Diet culture plays into the thoughts that you have. You're not enough just as you are. You're scrolling through the social media pages, looking at images, and thinking and looking at bodies that nobody in real life has without a ton of effort maybe, or just, being genetically blessed. They say, and I'm saying they, being like diet culture, says, you want to feel better about yourself? Do this. So what the diet industry does is they make you feel bad about yourself. And then, oh, by the way, I have this thing that will help you be better, help make you better. It's ridiculous. So diet culture needs you to be unhappy because it needs you to think that you need to be fixed. And here's the thing, you don't. You don't need to be fixed. So the diet industry, no, they don't want you to succeed. Well, it does, just not forever. Because where would it be without your insecurities, without your failures? Can you imagine a life without diets and diet culture? What would happen, though, to industries that push the pills, the potions, the products, and the programs promising a better life? What if people stopped? Just stopped dieting, stopped obsessing about a number on the scale? What do you think? In a world where dieting and diet culture are so prevalent, there's a boatload of money to be lost if everybody was suddenly okay with themselves. So can you do me a favor and stop wasting your time thinking, hoping, wishing this time it will work? Think about it. For your emotional health, why not accept where you are right now? If you're not enough without it, you'll never be enough with it. So finally, please get off the diet roller coaster. Ditch that dieting. You are enough. Ignore the messages that you're not, because you are. If you want a more gentle way and ditch the dieting mentality, have freedom with the food you eat, and have guilt-free eating, then schedule a call with me. I offer a complimentary session over the phone. The link is in the description. Don't forget to click the subscribe button if you have not already, and the bell icon so you can get notified of all my upcoming videos. Thanks for watching Neily on Nutrition, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Hi, I'm Neily with Neily on Nutrition, registered dietitian nutritionist and registered... I just said that. In a recent video, chicken itch. masculino.